This love story is 100 times better than Arwen and Aragorn, that rom-com. Anyway, we're here to talk about him. Beren. He's from the first house of Edain, named after his granddad. His son was Dior, Eluchil, and his grandson was Elrond. After the Dagor Bragolach, him, his dad, and a crew went on the run because the War of Sudden Flame desiccated their land. So they went and found a place in Dorthonion, and that's where they were causing loads of havoc for Big Bad Daddy Morgoth. He wasn't happy about him, and they were able to avoid capture for years. Now, whilst this was happening, Gorlim the Unhappy, when he returned from war, found out that his land had been ransacked and his wife was missing. He would go back by himself to where his land was to look for his wife Eilunel quite a lot. And obviously the goons of Morgoth found out about it, so they followed him. And one day when he came back to visit at night, he saw a light in the house. He goes up, sneaks up, and sees his wife, saying that he heard her say that she'd been forsaken, he'd left her, she looked terrible. All of a sudden he feels a hand on his back, and it's the big bad orcs taken in front of Sauron. He's then basically tortured really badly in the cells, and he never gave his boys up. I'm not sure how long they tortured him for. Then some of Sauron's cronies said to him, "How about we get you back to your wife?" Hanging that in front of him, he said, "Okay." And he was talked back into Sauron, and Sauron was like, "Name your price. I wish just to see my wife Eilunel again, and for us to disappear, run away, and not to fight the king again." Sauron's like, "That's very cheap a price for such treachery. But your wife is dead. Dead. Worm food for less creatures than thou." I'd hate that. It's just, you betrayed your boys, and then that's just thrown at you. He is then cruelly unalived and taken back to the same cell where his wife was.